Guys and girls, it's Usernamekate. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am giving you guys my first impressions on Suzuki's 2023 V Strom 1050. Now, just to be super clear, this is the 1050, not the 1050 DE. So this is the road going version, the road focused, road biased, mega mile munching machine. So if you're interested in what I have to say about this bike and how it rides, then keep watching and I'll roll the intro. Okay guys, so we're going to start off with a bit of motorway riding because, you know, touring machine and all. So let's see what it feels like on the motorway. I'm really sorry about the camera shake on the forward facing one. I've tried a few different ways, but it just seems to want to shake. Right, let's go around. V-twin grunt. Oh, it's good. Oh! Okay, we'll behave a little bit here. We'll not chop everything up. We've all got to share the road together. Excellent. So guys, initial impressions on the motorway. Very, very comfortable. I have done a bit of motorway mileage on this bike, but admittedly nowhere near as much as Mike has. So, with regards to this bike, for me, the screen, I'm not getting any buffeting. My head feels really stable, it's not being bashed about by the wind. The seat is mega comfy, mega comfy. So one of the things that Mike really appreciates about this bike, and in fact he was telling me, because obviously he's put a lot more miles, motorway miles on this bike, he said one of the things that he likes about it is how the revs sit when you're doing 70 plus mile an hour. For example, with my BMW R1200 GS, Mike says that he's kind of, you know, wishing there was another gear when you get to 6th, and that it revs quite high for the engine. Whereas with the V Strom, it just sits comfortably. It doesn't feel like it's strained or stressed. Yeah, it's just it's good old plodder, good old motorway plodder. Okay, we're coming off the motorway now. Oh, it's a bit windy and a bit smoky. What's going on? Oh, that smells like clutch. Oh, it's a familiar smell, that, when you're at the Nürburgring. Good old Reebok, home of Bolton Wanderers. If there's any Wanderers fans on here, say hi in the comments so I can laugh at you. Let's keep going, let's keep going. What do? We drive. Whoa, 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 sunshine, hold your horses. Woo, okay, engine wise, you can definitely tell it's a V-twin. It's just got a lot of low down grunt, a lot of torque that's pretty instant, to be fair. Now today I'm riding this bike. I've got traction control on level 2. I've got the mode in A, which is the sportiest mode, and I've got ABS in 2 as well. Oh, I tell you what, mega comfy. It's mega comfy, and you know what? The dash upgrade for 2023 in comparison to 2022's like LCD dash. Oh, it's really good. I think Suzuki were a bit late to the TFT game, but they have absolutely come to make an impression because it's lovely. I mean, you do have one display option. You can't like sort of change how it looks, but it does have like ambient lighting. No, that sounds like marketing jargon as opposed to actually what it is. Basically, in the daytime the dash is white, nighttime the dash will invert, the text will be white, the background will be black, and everything is just designed so that you can read it a bit better. You can have that in auto manual, by the way, so if you prefer a black screen all the time, fill your boots, you can change it if you want. So because this is the road going one, we've got a 19-inch front. So I'm actually going to take it over Rivington because that's where I took the V Strom 800DE and we took it over the tops. So I want to take this over and see how it compares, you know, with the 19-inch front. With this we've got the bi-directional quick shifter and auto blipper, just like we have on the 800DE. But yeah, just shy of 106 brake horsepower. One thing we have with this bike that the 800 doesn't have is that lovely cruise control. This car's creeping, that helps us out. A little creeper. Let's go. Oh, it's got a nice V-twin roar to it, and it picks its feet up very nicely. Big smile from that man, love it. What a guy. He's just happy to be out and about. Oh, I feel that, my guy, I feel that. Oh, my fuel light's flashing, but we're showing a 40-mile range, so that should be adequate for what we need today on this little jaunt. GS. Yeah, compared to bikes like the GS and Honda's Africa Twin, I feel like this is a more day-to-day adventure bike or touring bike, because yeah, it's pretty tall. We've got a seat height of 855mm. It's nowhere near as tall as the 800DE, which is weird because they both profess to have the same seat height, and I just don't see how that's possible. Somebody said in my comments, yeah, it's got a parallel twin, so it kind of sits in a different position to the V-twin, so it means that the seat height's a bit higher, but then surely that would be reflected in the actual statistics on paper. Because, I mean, I thought I was going crazy when I dangled on the 800. I'm like, there's no way this is 5mm taller than my GS. But this one is apparently the same height as the 800, and I can tippy-toe both sides. So, who knows? Not I. Nice RT. A wave! Yes! Life is good! Everyone's so lovely. It pulls so lovely, it really does. It just pulls so nicely. Quick shifter and auto blipper on this. Nowhere near as smooth as on the 800. Nowhere near. Yeah, nowhere near as smooth. It works well when you're smashing along, and I mean smashing along. But if you're going slow, it's much smoother and probably better to just use the clutch, I would say. Are we just stopping? go. Let's go. Now this is never a good bend because you can't really see until you commit, which is never good on tall bikes, but we may do. We just deal with it. You don't whinge. Oh, tea room's up there. How have I never noticed that? Nationale, baby. We've got some horses, so we'll be very slow. In fact, we'll just stop. In fact, I put myself in a bit of a bad place here because I'm not in his mirrors. So I'm going to try and back up a little bit while there's nothing behind me. Oh, they're well cute. No worries. I don't have anything behind me, so I'm going to wait until I fire the bikes up so as to not give them a heart attack. There we go, far enough away. Let's get moving. You know, we've all got to share the same roads. Let's all try and live harmoniously. To be honest, that's why I don't understand seeing these American TikTokers, Instagrammers, and they'll speed up on a car to the point where they were never in the car's view because they're going that fast. And then a car will do something and then they'll dramatically punch the wing mirror, and it's like, well, one, even if they were going to use the wing mirror, they can't now, so you might have just potentially knocked another biker off in the future through removing their use of mirror. Two, you're literally just going to make everybody hate us. People do stupid things all the time, but just let it go, let it go, let it go. Just kidding, I don't really know Frozen lyrics. Don't get me wrong, some people do need lessons, but I think there's a way to deliver lessons. There's a way to deliver them. But yeah, it's back to the bike. I don't know what it was about the older V Strom. I thought it was a good bike, but I wouldn't necessarily have owned one. But with this one, I feel like I would. And a dash is a very important thing for me when like owning a bike. I'm not really all that like fond of my BMW dash, to be quite frank. I'd much rather the 6.5 inch TFT of the newer ones. But this dash is beautiful. Right, this is our time. Give him a thumbs up. Tight. We're all good. It's very hard to not look over there at the lovely bushes and get distracted. I have to say the engine feels a bit flatter than the 800, definitely. You get that obviously initial boost of torque, which is wonderful, but the parallel twin just feels a bit more readily available. Oh, that's gorgeous. Drop it down into third, have a nice look over, nothing's coming, use it all. Awesome. Definitely feels more stable on the front end in comparison with the 800. Yeah, we've definitely got a bit more stability going on, but again, 19-inch wheels really help on the front. Woo. what, the blipper down then was alright. It was alright. I can't bash it. I just can't bash it. Handguards are a nice touch. They're standard. We don't have heated grips as standard, which is a bit of a bummer. And if you want genuine Suzuki's, 400 quid. Which is a bit wild if you ask me. I'd definitely be putting a set of Oxford hot grips on if I owned one of these, for sure. The leech works, please stop. Look at the indicators, how big they are. Big but LED, so they might be big but they're modern with it. Suspension on this is definitely firmer than on the 800, definitely firmer. You feel more bumps with this, but in turn it feels, you know, like it's a little bit more sporty. Brakes, we've got some pretty decent brakes on this. We've got Tokico calipers, radially mounted 4-piston, and they're good stoppers, they're good stoppers. I can't really complain about them. The brakes are linked though, they're linked brakes. But again, that leans more towards it being a more road focused bike. Mirrors, great. Yeah, now I know I can go. Oh, I love the view here. I absolutely love it. It's mesmerising. Mesmerising. Swing it in. Power on the throttle is great. Shifter wasn't all that bad then, but I was really sort of working the revs. I wasn't just like casually clunking along. So that's probably why it was quite compliant then. Yeah, this car park gets packed on bonfire night. Let me tell you. But there are some special spots on Rivington for New Year's Eve / day, well, midnight or bonfire night. Some good spots. But for the minute, I'm just enjoying the sunshine while it lasts, because we all know that we are not gifted with nice weather in the UK. Do you know what? It's quite a quick turner if you counter steer, as hopefully you just saw. We'll do a bit of counter steering down here as well. We'll come out, we can see it's clear. Push down. Look at that, tips in alright, did it? And again, tip in. Man in the road. It's got good geometry, I'll say that. Another thing that's pretty cool about the V Strom is, you know, if you're a lot taller than me, instead of having to buy a taller seat, under the pillion seat you do have raisers. Not razors as in razor blades, but risers, sorry. I have to enunciate better because my accent, oh god, it's not the best. Yeah, so some risers, and you can basically increase the seat height by, I think it's 20 mil. Oh, what a day! What a day, I tell you. I'm just invigorated on days like this. It makes me happy to be alive. Oh look, we've got the road to ourselves. Yeah, yeah. Got a wagon pulling out. That's fine. Use a bit of back brake. Wow, this is gross. Whew. But yeah, so far so good. I'm actually really enjoying the V Strom. I am really enjoying it. It's a pleasant bike to ride. It's an adventure bike that doesn't feel like an adventure bike. It feels like you could get away with it as an everyday bike. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be heavier than, you know, your average naked to push around, but it's also not going to be as crazy to push around as, say, like a GS Adventure or an Africa Twin Adventure Sport or something like that. I'd happily thrash around with one of these as a long-term loan. What do you guys think about the looks of this thing? They haven't gone as extreme to, you know, put the stacked hexagonal, I can't say it, hexagonal and all. Why does it sound like autosol? Hexagonal. You know what I'm trying to say? They've not gone as extreme. They've got like a square headlight. Do you like the looks of this bike? Is it something that you would look back at a petrol station after filling up? I don't know. I think maybe if it was like all black, perhaps, for me, or even that blue, actually, the blue, yeah. Yeah, the blue one I would look back, I think, at a petrol station. I'm pretty sure I would. I can't say for definite, because I'm not on one. The burgundy doesn't do much for me. Doesn't really tickle my pickle. Doesn't make me think, oh, burgundy, what a sexy, youthful, exuberant colour. You know, it's not. It doesn't do that to me. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that like burgundy. That's the thing, innit, with looks and colours. It's also so unique to an individual's preference, what they like, and the world would be boring if we all like the same stuff. Well guys, I hope you have enjoyed this vlog, this little quick first impressions on it. So far, pretty capable machine, enjoy my time with it. I mean, from the limited time that I've been able to ride it, I don't really have any major dislikes. The seat height is manageable for me, a lot more so than the 800DE. It's very comfy, the screen doesn't buffer, we've got cruise control, which is nice, we've got a quick shifter and auto blipper. Yeah, that, to be fair, that could be better, it could be better, in my opinion. But if that's one of my only gripes, really, then it's not so bad, is it? Oh, another one of my gripes, but it's always the same gripe no matter what Suzuki I'm on, is the price of accessories. I genuinely believe that somebody at HQ in Japan plucks them out of the air, or guesses on exchange rates and just puts them at ridiculous prices, unobtainable prices. I feel like sometimes I ask myself, do you want to sell your accessories? Because they're just wild. I mean, it's very good that they brought out a tour version of the new 2023 V Stroms. So if you do want to go full luggage, you will save money than if you just buy one, like the luggage afterwards. So that is nice that they have given that option, which I respect that. Because otherwise a lot of their luggage is unattainable for most. But I guess that's the beauty nowadays. You've got so many aftermarket options, a lot of which look a lot sexier and have, you know, a bit more functionality than the branded stuff, the genuine manufacturer stuff. So we've got options. I like that. Well, I found myself a petrol station. I'm showing 16 miles left on the range. You have arrived at your destination. Right guys, well, I've just pulled up for fuel, so that is a perfect opportunity to end this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it, I hope you've got some out of it. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll try and answer them for you. And in the meantime, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.